From Damian Priest's stunning victory in the ladder match to John Cena's electrifying return, here are WWE fans' reactions to Money in the Bank. To kick things off, Damian bagged himself a shiny Money in the Bank title. Guess where? At the glitzy O2 Arena in London. And the man also left 7 big names biting the dust. We're talking Ricochet, Butch, Santos Escobar, Shinsuke Nakamura, Logan Paul, and LA Knight. So Ricochet was soaring through a ladder, taking out a few unlucky guys in the process. Our favorite YouTube sensation, Logan Paul, tried his hand at wrestling and ended up landing a frog splash on Priest through a ladder. Plot twist, the ladder didn't even break. Then, after Ricochet smacked a 450 splash right on them, we had Escobar and Butch playing a game of how fast can we hit the ground. Butch didn't want to be outdone though. He flipped off a monster ladder onto everyone waiting below. Then there was this wild moment when Ricochet and Logan Paul fell from the top rope. But not just fell, mind you. They did a partial Spanish fly through not 1 but 2 tables. If that doesn't have your jaw on the floor, I don't know what will. Then came the epic showdown. Priest was having none of it. He choke slammed Butch off a ladder straight into another one, and that wasn't enough for our champ. He then kicked Knight off the ladder, grabbed the briefcase, and won the whole damn thing. But that's not even half of what went down at Money in the Bank. On July 1st, 2023, 6 fierce femme fatales threw down in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Get this, the squad was star-studded. We had Io Sky, Zelina Vega, Becky Lynch, Bayley, the iconic Trish Stratus, and Zoe Stark. Imagine the glam and the slam. So Io Sky, our shining star, was pulling off some serious moves. Like a queen, she executed a moonsault off a ladder onto the others. Stark, not to be outdone, landed a killer 450 splash on Vega through a table. As if that wasn't enough, Stratus put Lynch in her place with a Stratusfaction atop the ladder. But Bayley? Oh, she wasn't playing either. She powerbombed Stark straight onto another ladder. But wait till you hear the punchline. Sky, clever as a fox, whipped out a pair of handcuffs, and guess what she did? She cuffed Bayley and Lynch together through the ladder rungs. That move was as cold as ice and as smart as a whip. No way they were reaching that precious briefcase after that. So with the path clear, Sky went over to Bayley, snatched the briefcase, and crowned herself Miss Money in the Bank. And then, the next tag team match was crazy. The arena was buzzing as 2 rival Samoan dynasties clashed. On one side, we had the Usos, Jimmy and Jey Uso, and on the other, the unstoppable Roman Reigns and his cousin Solo Sikoa. It was the Bloodline Civil War, y'all. Let's get into the juicy backstory. Reigns, the self-proclaimed head of the table and WWE Universal Champion, had been dominating the scene for years, backed up by his loyal enforcer, Sikoa. They were on top while the Usos were struggling to find their groove. After losing their tag titles to Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens at WrestleMania, Reigns, being the control freak he is, demanded absolute loyalty from the Usos. He even teamed up with Sikoa to challenge Zayn and Owens for the titles, but the Usos interfered, accidentally costing them the match. When the match finally went down, both teams fought tooth and nail, representing their family legacies with pride. The Usos showed off their legendary chemistry, while Reigns and Sikoa flexed their power. In an epic upset, the Usos nailed Reigns with a double dose of super kicks, pinning him for the first time in years. The look on Reigns' face was priceless, a mix of shock and pure rage. The Usos were in full celebration mode, blasting everyone's heads off with their victory. And then Seth Rollins just squared off against Finn Balor. It was a high-stakes showdown for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. But then Damian Priest, the sneaky Mr. Money in the Bank, decided to crash the party. He sat ringside with that briefcase of his, teasing a cash-in like nobody's business. But he didn't go through with it. Instead, he started arguing with poor Balor, who got all distracted and ended up losing to Rollins. You see, this match was a rematch from way back in 2016 at SummerSlam. Balor made history by beating Rollins and becoming the first ever WWE Universal Champion. Fast forward to now, and the tables have turned. Balor, fueled by some serious pent-up aggression, challenged Rollins for that shiny title on Monday Night Raw. These two are wrestling maestros, and we all expected a technical masterpiece. And man, they delivered! So what does this all mean for the future? Well, the WWE rumor mill is churning. Some fans think that Priest's meddling could lead to a triple threat match at WrestleMania in London. Others are wondering if Balor might turn heel and team up with Priest to take down Rollins. And then the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship was just as insane. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez decided to step up to the plate and challenge the fierce duo of Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. And in the middle of the match, out of freaking nowhere, Baszler attacked her partner Rousey. No warning, no explanation, just straight up betrayal. Morgan and Rodriguez couldn't believe their luck. They seized the opportunity, hitting their finishing moves on a stunned Rousey and pinning her for the win. They reclaimed the titles for the second time as a team, snatched them right out of Rousey and Baszler's hands. But wait, what happened to Baszler? She just walked away with no explanation, no nothing. The suspense is killing me. What made her turn on her partner? We need answers. Now, let's dive into another wrestling drama. Cody Rhodes and Dominic Mysterio, two WWE superstars, have been locked in a fierce feud that's been stirring for months. It was mostly one-sided, with Rhodes showing off his superior skills and experience. The London crowd couldn't get enough of him, singing along to his entrance music and cheering him on like crazy. Mysterio tried to fight back with some cheap shots and interference from Ripley, but Rhodes was simply unstoppable. He hit Mysterio with a killer move called the Cody Cutter, a springboard cutter that left fans gasping, and to seal the deal he finished Mysterio off with a crossroads, a spinning facebuster move that had everyone's jaws on the floor. Rhodes pinned Mysterio and won, and then fans were holding their breaths for another match. Now on one side we had Gunther, the reigning Intercontinental Champion, and on the other Matt Riddle, the cool dude from UFC who's won our hearts with his laid-back vibes and killer skills. These two have been going at it on WWE's flagship show Raw for weeks now. It all started when Riddle decided to stir the pot and mess with Imperium's business. Imperium, led by Gunther and his buddies Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci, did not take kindly to Riddle's interference. They were not having it. Riddle joined forces with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens to take on Imperium in a wild six-man tag team match, and they snatched the crown. But Riddle wasn't done yet, oh no. He went and injured Vinci's ankle with a wicked ankle lock move. But Gunther and Kaiser were not about to let Riddle off the hook. They attacked his ankle too, weakening him before their epic clash at Money in the Bank. Riddle, bless his heart, challenged Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship, aiming to end his long reign and snag his first singles title in WWE. The match was an absolute slugfest, guys. In the end, it was Gunther who pulled off the win. He locked Riddle in his ankle lock, making him tap out and submit. The title remained firmly in Gunther's grasp. But wait, the plot thickens. Just when Gunther thought he could bask in his glory, Drew McIntyre, the fierce former WWE champion, made his dramatic return. McIntyre, who had been MIA since WrestleMania 39 in April, had some unfinished business with Gunther from their days in NXT. And boy, did he make a statement. He attacked Gunther, making it crystal clear that he was gunning for the Intercontinental Championship next. But Drew isn't the only one crashing parties at WWE. We also got to see, or rather not see, the man, the myth, the legend, John Cena himself, and the arena lost it. He announced his mission to bring WrestleMania to London. The roar of the fans was deafening, y'all. They were losing their minds. But wait, the drama doesn't end there. Enter Grayson Waller, the troublemaker. He went ahead to insult the London fans, suggesting that WrestleMania should head down under to Australia instead. But Waller didn't stop there. He had the guts to challenge Cena to a match, claiming he needed a viral moment to boost his career. Cena accepted, and what followed was pure magic. Cena hit Waller with his iconic move, the Attitude Adjustment. We're dying to see what happens next. So, from John Cena's electrifying return to Damian Priest's stunning victory in the ladder match, those were WWE fans' reactions to Money in the Bank.